So in this video I will continue to present my viewpoint on why Christianity is important and what is my motivation to live 1,000 years. Okay, let's go. This, I hope it will be a not so long video. So as always, I recommend you to download presentation as PDF file from the link in the description. You will get access to the links in the sources of information. You can make your own research. And okay, let's go. Most environmental organizations advocate for smaller families, suggesting that having fewer children can improve the environment and mitigate climate change. Absolute nonsense, but okay, this is the situation. Feminist and feminist organizations consider abortion to be a part of healthcare and the fundamental right of women. Feminists convince some young women to prioritize their education and careers instead of marriage and having children, and find themselves in sexual experiences with many men. Promiscuity increases the risk of sexually transmitted infections and infertility, and destroys an ability to live in stable families and care about children. While the link between premarital promiscuity and divorce is generally seen for both men and women, some studies suggest that this influence is particularly strong for women. Okay, so this is this environmentalist. They propose small families, abortion, and okay, I will express my opinion on it later on. Because of social media and online dating sites, about 80% of young women believe that they are entitled to be with high-value men who represent only 5–10% of all men. Often women decide to have sexual intercourse and relationships with so-called bad boys, despite their not being loyal to them. Such men may have had hundreds, if not 1,000, sexual partners in the past. Both promiscuous women and men spread sexually transmitted infections and viral STI such as herpes, papillomavirus, and human immunodeficiency virus cannot be cured. Once infected, the virus remains in the body even if symptoms are not present. Some genital papillomavirus strains can lead to infertility and cervical cancer in women. Bacterial sexually transmitted infections such as chlamydia, gonorrhea, syphilis, and trichomoniasis can be cured with antibiotics, but again, some women just don't care, and they have no symptoms, so they spread these infections everywhere to men. So okay, yes, you see that again. Women, promiscuous women are disaster. So they ruin own life, but also they ruin life of men who are sleeping with them. Since sexual experience with random people outside marriage starts at an early age and continues throughout early adulthood until marriage, it develops an unstoppable addiction and requires an almost impossible degree of willpower in both men and women to resist it after marriage. Many women in the United States and European countries have adopted the modern feminist lifestyle and have chosen to sleep around, abort their babies if they unexpectedly get pregnant, and swear off marriage. Adultery is considered a moral sin in Christianity. It is explicitly prohibited in the Ten Commandments, and the Bible portrays it as a violation of God's design for family relationship. Meanwhile, feminists encourage to re-evaluate marriage and loyalty in families, because they consider it as oppressive patriarchy. Okay, it's quite known that for women it's much easier to get a partner than for men. women can sleep around in young age, no problem, it's so easy for them. So this cultural, pardon, these cultural trends are going to have a tremendous impact on the future of American society. 45% of women between the ages of 25 and 44 will be single and childless by 2030, so it's already 5 years from now. Women who are unmarried and childless tend to struggle more with mental illness and depression. While left-wing ideology and environmentalism, of these green activists, and feminism destroy a monogamous family, society, and nation, Christianity offers rules, principles, moral norms, and regulations that bring peace and cooperation to the society. These principles include love, justice, and inherent dignity of all individuals. In particular, a monogamous family is promoted to create a stable environment for children and avoid the stress of young bachelors. This is why Christian countries, at least in the past, they were so productive in development of new technologies. It is yet going better, but compared to Muslim countries, for example, or other countries like Buddhist countries and China, etc. So these rules are intended to improve a person's life and character. Okay, this is again leftists are voting for Democrats, and then okay, this is childless cat ladies. They have cats instead of children. Okay, best luck. Authorities of atheistic Western countries view immigration from Muslim countries as a partial solution to low fertility rates and labor shortages. But the result of such an agenda are quite disturbing. Non-educated young men from Muslim majority countries form their enclaves or ghettos in large cities, displacing the native citizens and do not assimilate to the local countries while living on social support, so obviously not working. Over time, they invite to the country up to 4 wives for every Muslim man, produce many children, and continue to leech off social services for generations ahead. Even third generation, yet statistically they don't work. 60% of these Muslim migrants don't work even after in next generations. The number of Muslims in Europe alone jumped from 29.6 million in 1990 to 44 million in 2010, and it is projected to reach 28 million by 2030. Actually, I believe more than this, because the rate of this migration is going up. So I believe that massive influx of illegal migrants is nothing else but invasion. Okay, because again, who is coming? Young men. It is so how they can be refugees? They are not refugees. They are soldiers. They are invaders. They came to spread Islam to your countries. Okay. I consider feminists and environmentalists to be heroes. Yeah, this is my opinion. The feminists and environmentalists to be heroes as they sacrifice their reproductive abilities and convince atheistic, mentally unstable young girls with low IQ not to have children. This is so good. This is again, meanwhile, conservative Christians with healthy genetics and high IQ would, in general, have more children. Their genetic traits will be selected to continue. It gives me hope that humanity will not disappear and will indeed have a galactic future. We also see that some European countries like Poland, Hungary, and Baltic republics keep Christian values and do not accept illegal migrants from Muslim countries. Therefore, they have a better chance to keep their national identity. It's not certain that they will survive, but again, at least they have better chance. Meanwhile, atheistic European countries in the future may become a part of Islamic Caliphate, and their economies will be ruined. So Poland is doing quite well in this, in relation relation to migrants, illegal migrants. They take a lot of migrants from Ukraine, but these are refugees. These are mostly women and children. Conservative Christians with high IQ don't accept the woke culture and may leave the countries that are under liberal governments. What else to do if government continue to replace the local population with migrants? What to do? In particular, smart and hardworking people are leaving the UK. In the year ended June 2023, 414,000 migrants left the UK and 1.3 million migrants came to the UK. So you see it is almost three times more immigrants, most of them illegal migrants, came to the UK. And this is nothing more but than replacing the local population with people of cultures that are incompatible with the historical Christian roots of the UK. I believe that in the future local Christian churches will have to decide who can be a citizen or permanent resident of a country. Atheists, Muslims, Hindus, Buddhists and people of other religions may live on only on a temporary working visas without any social benefits. Otherwise, the nation will cease to exist. I was working in Germany. I never was taking any social support. I working like hell. But compared to Afghan refugees, I was getting much less money. They were getting free accommodation, free healthcare, free food, and plus some cash for some pleasures. And what they are doing, they were selling drugs, they were selling heroin. So, and they were money from these sales, they were sending to Afghanistan. So it was mafia. But okay, more people of the kind are coming to Germany and other European countries. So what will happen? Yeah, we will see. I don't think these atheistic European countries will survive. So millions to leave UK in 2025. Okay, so it's you see it in 2023 about 414,000 people left the UK, but it is increasing. The more and more people. I have some friends from Great Britain living in Thailand, and they were just moved here because even before the getting retirement payments, they use some savings. I don't think it is a good idea to move to Taiwan because here you have no rights. But at least it is maybe reasonable. Reasonable arrangements that foreigners have no rights. They cannot here. They cannot vote. They cannot do any business here, and only stay here for money you save. That's it. This is how it works. So if you are active, you want to do some business, don't come here. Find some countries like south of Europe, maybe, or in Serbia. Croatia, I don't know, maybe East European countries like Baltic countries. So it depends. It's good climate, good people, but again, remember that Thailand is very feudal country, feudal society. There are poor people, which are maybe 70–80% of population. And there are ruling class, I don't know how many, but maybe 10%, and the rest, and then about 20% are people who are working for ruling class to keep the structure. These are teachers to indoctrinate young people with this accepting this structure, and also police and military. So, but again, you cannot. I love Thai people. I mean, poor commoners, Thai commoners. I love absolutely fantastic people. I came to Thailand. I fell in love with Thailand and decided I move here. But I didn't understand, didn't have experience that the regulations in Thailand are very much different from Europeans. You cannot have any business here, or you will lose all the money. You cannot have properties. Maybe you can buy a motorbike. That's all. That's all. And if you married to a Thai wife, again, if you buy anything to your name, it is again say goodbye to this investment. This is what happened with me. Not completely, but at least the danger to lose everything is, or even your life, is very high. Okay, let's go further. In the year 2014, I left Germany. I moved to Thailand. I left Germany because I was expecting the collapse of the country due to the green energy agenda, suppression of Christianity, and accepting millions of Muslim migrants who are, in my opinion, martyrs who invade Germany to spread Islam. This is what is happening. This many Germans don't understand it. They think the Muslims are nice people. They are nice people when they are only few percent of population, but when it is coming to 10 or 50%, absolutely different. I was in Lebanon. I know what happened with previously with country with Christian majority in the past. They allowed Muslim migrants to come, and then Beirut was completely destroyed, and the Christians are now suppressed minority in the country. So I was Lebanon, fantastic country. I mean, all these ruins, historical ruins, climate, fantastic. But if you are in Muslim part of the country, yeah, it's okay to be to come for a short while. But again, the level, it is everything is destroyed. Culture is destroyed. Okay, so you want to be like Lebanon? Go on. And I believe that this might happen with theistic European countries. So, can we expect civil wars in Western European countries to bring down unelected politicians of the European Union and establish national governments? I don't think so. I am very pessimistic about these atheistic Western countries. The experiment Universe 25 with rats and mice demonstrated there is no hope for a better future without harsh Darwinian selection of the fittest to survive and procreate. Since the time of the Industrial Revolution, the levels of biological, mental and genetic degeneration in the UK and the countries of European Union went above 20% of population, and when it is above 15–20%, everything is changing. Everything is changing. This colony goes, I mean, I was talking in one of my video about this. It's again, it is irreversible. So, and in some post-communist country, is the situation even worse. Like I was from Ukraine, I tell you that in Ukraine, more than 40% of this, pardon me, degenerated people who cannot think, who cannot, they are like without brain, absolutely, because all the mutations are going mostly and related to your mind, to your brain, and with no brain capacities, so society will fall down. Okay, this is a picture of this experiment, Universe 25. First, when mice were living in ideal conditions with no predation, a lot of food, a lot of water, a lot of room, a lot of space for procreation and for to multiply with the colony, and indeed, indeed, you see, it is logarithmic scale. So it was exponential growth of the colony in the beginning. Then it was slowing down, and then at some moment, mice stopped reproduction, stopped having babies. And eventually they died out because without babies, without social structure, even for mice, nothing can work. Okay, natural self-elimination of genetically degraded people from procreation is not eugenetic or eugenics. Eugenics is kind of science, but moral side of this eugenics is quite questionable. So, and it is Nazi in Germany used eugenics and apply it to Jews, for example, or to Gypsy, and it's morally it is bad. But if it is driven by personal preferences, like it is always in future, then it is self-elimination of degraded people is good. Men can contribute to it by using the services of surrogate mothers and buying donor eggs from healthy, good-looking girls, and then in this case they have all rights of a parent. If you are in family, you can lose everything. Your children, it hurts a lot. I lost my son, for example, in such way, and I lost my properties in the third marriage. Yeah, it's terrible. Marriage is a disaster. If you marry a not Christian girl, it's complete disaster. Don't do it. I mean, my advice: don't do it. Never marry atheistic girl. Even if girl is Christian or pretend to be Christian, it is quite big danger in atheistic countries to marry. Yeah. Even like if it is a Christian community like Amish people live in, then it is okay. It is absolutely fine. But this is what I propose, that the communities have to be ruled by Christians with all moral norms. Not atheistic nation, not atheistic country. So young women can use sperm donors to conceive a child instead of pursuing adoption. Yeah, it's a good idea, I believe, because this at least they can decide, and it is also getting very common in America and Western countries. So for women it is so easy, and they decide to have smart kids or good-looking kids, up to them. It's always, women are always driving the evolution, and if they do what is promoted by leftists, then they ruin the country. But if they try to think what is better for them, they probably will survive. Existing surrogacy agencies provide services to intended parents, donors, and surrogate mothers, including legal support. Sperm and egg donors are generally not considered legal parents if conception occurs through artificial insemination and the donor doesn't intend to become a parent. Protestant churches view egg and sperm donation as an act of compassion, while Catholic Church generally opposes egg and sperm donation, viewing it as a violation of the sanctified of marriage. Yeah. If you are in a Christian community, then then better to have family. You can do it. But if you are like in minority, what to do? And in Thailand, it is quite cheap to do it because artificial insemination is very cheap. It is 5,000 baht, but or a little bit more. It depends. Artificial insemination like sperm from with insemination of women, or if it is artificial insemination of the egg and sperm which are donated or somehow produced. So it is a little bit more, but with all services of surrogate mothers from Cambodia, it is a range of 10,000 American dollars. So very affordable, very affordable. In the European countries, it is of course more expensive. But yet again, if there is a danger to lose millions, then and to lose the most important, to lose your kid, why to marry? Why to marry? Marry atheistic girl. And if you are Protestant, again, if you are Protestant, if you see that your wife is a sincere Christian, okay, arrange it so that there will be no danger to lose your children. It hurts a lot. Losing children hurts more than losing money. Losing money, it's not so. Okay, so different way of sperm donation, egg donation, and even embryo donation. Embryo donation. It is like many rich women use it because the bearing a child is quite intense stress on their body, so they prefer to that other surrogate mother will keep the egg, the embryo, and they all just pretend to be pregnant with rich people. Okay, this is, I believe that it is very common in some very rich families in the West, but okay, this is just my opinion. I also consider as positive the eviction of Europeans from Africa, which happened in Southern Rhodesia, which remained renamed to Zimbabwe in 1980, and it is going in Namibia and South Africa right now. The Zimbabwean government decided in 2000 to redistribute land without compensation from white commercial farmers to black citizens. It had disastrous consequences on the national economy, and life standards declined dramatically. So who is losing? Both. Whites are losing their property and have to leave. But at least again, if you see that you live in a country with mostly Africans, black Africans, just don't do it. Just leave. Money is not a big problem. Okay, you're losing your property, but you are not losing your life. And you are coming to America, or now South African white people can migrate to America, and they were welcome. They are welcome. And again, we have many examples that these migrants become successful business people, and then again, just don't do it. If you see, you cannot survive in country with Muslim majority or or country with different culture, different ethnicity. It is just my opinion. I am not racist. I love some smart black Americans. I love them, absolutely love them. But again, it is statistically not so many smart black Americans compared to smart Jews, for example, or smart Asians. Asians are smarter in average than Europeans. Okay, but again, every nation has some specific features, so you have to remember. So, if these countries, I mean Rhodesia and Zimbabwe, I was working for a while with migrants from Zimbabwe. I would say they are so patriotic. They love this what the government did. They love that white people were kicked out and all properties were taken from them, and some of them were killed. Yeah, they love it. They love it. Okay, good. Okay. Make it. So, and I propose that white people have to leave Africa. Okay, if it was not your native, if you are from Europe and there are countries with mostly white European population, so move in there. What is the problem? Now again, with shrinking population, it is possible to go to Eastern European countries or United States and to find your place in sun and doing well. Okay, again, if these countries who exterminated, who kicked out the white people, if they will not get external donations, and then what is happening, the Trump stopped paying to South Africa any money, absolutely smart idea. So then fertility rate will drop radically, and the genes of these people, who will be in Africa, will be excluded from procreation. Why we need so many African people? Why? They have 8 children now, on average, in some, at least in sub-equatorial area. Why we need so many people with low IQ? And again, I love Christians in every country. Christians in India, Christians in Africa. Okay, if you are Christian, okay, you can find your place. And again, in my opinion, that country have to change from atheistic to Christian, and then Christian churches will decide: can you come and work and stay and become a citizen or a permanent or to get permanent permission to live here. In Taiwan, no. Whatever you do, you know Thai language, can read and write, whatever you invested in this country, you will never get even permanent visa, never. And you always in danger to lose everything, including your life. Okay, so, but again, this is a Buddhist country. This is feudal society. What else you may expect? Or maybe you want to move to India. Best luck in it. Again, best luck. Okay, so all these countries, including China, I have huge respect to China, but I would never move to China because the communists are a nightmare. Okay, so again, I also think the body positive activists, these overweight people, vegetarians, vegans, and fruitarians are heroes who are saving the future of humanity by excluding their genes. They're, in my opinion, they're degenerated people. They cannot think. They are so prone to propaganda. You know, vegetarian and vegans and fruitarians, they harm environment much more than people who following carnivore diet. I follow quite modified carnivore diet, so I eat meat, but not much. Mostly I rely on eggs and dairy products and amino acids. Or maybe also butter, palm oil, coconut palm oil, like this. And it is I pay much less money. I spend more money to feed my cats and dogs because they don't want to eat amino acids, they don't want to eat this eggs may be okay, but what else? This dairy products they probably will not eat. Okay, that's again. So it is again heroes. Is if they decided to exclude themselves from a future of humanity. Best luck. I love them all. Love, absolutely love it. Okay, this is what happens. So this is in South Africa. Again, guys, money is. It hurts to lose money. It hurts, yeah, but to lose life. It's more. It's more. Move, guys. Move from this country. Like what happened in Southern Rhodesia will happen. Absolutely, certainly, will happen in South Africa. Just move. Save your life. This is my opinion. This is vegetarian, and all this food is toxic. It's toxic food. Plants are full of toxins. I consume dairy products, but dairy products are filtered. Cows and other animals, they filter the toxins out. Or eggs also, the chicken are genetically and naturally designed to expel the toxins from seeds. But here people eat seeds. Okay, best luck. If you degenerated person, if you cannot think, okay, then you are my hero. You will have no healthy children, and even these vegetarians they feed children with vegetarian food, and then what happens to the children? They have no underdeveloped brain. They are not healthy. Well, at least next generation will be excluded from procreation because who needs these children? I don't think that it is good to kill genetically deformed children. I think like it was in Sparta or some other ancient Greek societies. I don't think it is good. But because with diagnosis of modern tools to see genetics of kids, but also with sperm donors and egg donors, you can have very good looking and healthy kids. Now I consider this opportunity for myself because I married Thai wife. I was thinking that to have children from her, the same like from my second wife. But my second wife appeared to be infertile. Why? Because she was doing abortion in her young age, and then abortion, because of this abortion, her reproductive system didn't work. And my Thai wife, she was looking healthy, but pardon, I don't want to go to the details, but she got infertile because of her past. She got infertile, and she suffers a lot. And I was thinking to have many children with her, and nothing happened. Again, not my fault. We did artificial insemination. I was trying to cure her infertility. Nothing worked. Okay, but again, this. My heroes. This is my heroes, guys. Do it, please do it. Please select you out of the procreation. Humanity don't need you, okay? If you mentally degenerated, don't do, save humanity, don't have children, okay? Live your life, but don't have children. Okay, so you can go to some few references. Again, it's my opinion. I will talk about why I personally choose Christianity, because it works. I'm a scientist. And I will already talking about that scientists, many theoreticians and prominent scientists are Christians, and so I am Christian, and it is working because it is this so-called theory, you can call it theory, it works. Yeah, it works. The same like Islam works to for invasion of other country, to spread this Islam and this Muslim culture by sword, by invasion. Christianity works different. Christianity is based on truth and love. So I will talk about this later. So again, that's everything what I'm talking, it is just my personal opinion. I try to use artificial intelligence, but it is so corrupted now. So if you think artificial intelligence will save you, don't think so. If you're smart, if you know how to use it, if you use some prompts, but also don't rely on artificial intelligence. I will talk about this later, but artificial intelligence is only a tool. Artificial intelligence will never replace smart and people, never. But it will replace many jobs in offices and medical care, because these jobs don't need smart people. These jobs are mostly occupied by women, and women, all these jobs are replaceable. So we will see in next 5 years huge change in the job market, and I love it. So why we need women, working women? The goal or the purpose of women is to produce children and to care about family. And if they instead they care about career and working in office, best luck. You're my hero. You will have no children. You will die, and maybe even will be eaten by your cats, because cats will be starving, and you will dead, and you will not provide food. They will eat you. Best luck. Best luck in it. Okay. So. Okay, that's what again, try to support me with something. If you want some more from me, you can contact me with email and support me financially. I can provide you some remedies which I use myself. Okay, and again, I want to live 1,000 years to see better future of humanity. If we will fail in it, okay, then this will be next cycle. Like after Great Flood, only few people survived. Now we will go through something similar. That I don't know how many people will survive, but I want to survive this tremendous catastrophic event, and to see how maybe next this civilization, which will use robotics, which will use computers and artificial intelligence, and eventually if we invest more money in theoretical physics and also quantum physics, we probably will find a way to travel with speed higher than speed of light, and this is the way to do, the way to go. We can populate all the universe. We can do it. We were created with this purpose. Okay, thank you for your time. Have a wonderful day. Ciao, ciao.